So I thought this would be a good idea. I thought this would be a good idea. I really thought going through building every single master set all the way back to base. I mean, that was 1999, and now here we are. It's 2025, and I thought, hey, Fanny, why don't you go and just build every single master set? It won't be that bad. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I was thinking. It's bad. It is really bad. Like, I do have a lot of stuff from, like, the Sun and Moon era, a little bit from X and Y, but like Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, like all the commons, uncommons, reverse house, for the most part, those are all bindered, like good to go. I still had to add some of the ultra rares, and like Sun and Moon era, still a decent amount of like commons and uncommons that need to be put in there, but not much. But I had nothing before Sun and Moon, or really before XY. I had nothing built. Nothing. So this whole, like, I think we're getting somewhere. I really do. But this is a disaster. This is a disaster. Everything is a mess. It already was a mess. But it's worse. But you know what they say. So the night is always darkest right before the dawn. So right now, I think this is as bad as it's going to get, because we've made a lot of progress. We've taken a lot of steps in the right direction. And the biggest thing really was like getting organized. So if you're somebody who's trying to like figure out a way to do something like this, organization is the best thing. Like, organization is really what you need first and foremost. And that is what we are kind of doing right now. Because before it was just an unorganized, absolute disaster. So I've been taking bulk cards for years, and a lot of stuff that was from like the mid-era, Diamond and Pearl, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, even Wizards of the Coast era. I've just been putting it all in bulk boxes, just 5 rows. So anytime I found some, I would remove it, I would just put it in 5 rows. Never sorted it, never really looked at it, didn't do anything with it. So now, if you remember a few videos ago, I showed you this folding table which had piles of like cards all over the place. So those were basically all being organized by set, and then after we got through the organizational process of every set, we had to go through and numerically order all of them, which isn't bad for some of the older stuff, but once you get to some of the newer sets a little bit, some of the mid-era stuff, it gets a little bit more difficult because you've got more reverse hollows in there, and the numbers are just a little bit harder to read. I don't know what it was about like the Heart Gold, Soul Silver era. The numbers in the corners are a little bit harder to read. Obviously, we have like our checklists, which is good. I'm going to show you kind of how things are looking right now. So I've got everything in these 5 rows right here. So these 5 rows right here are pretty much all organized disasters now. But I've got a bunch of checklists printed out of cards that need to be put in binders, because that's how we're building our master set. So we're putting everything in there and then kind of identifying what holes we all have. And I'm going to track all of this. So I'm working with Collector, COLLECTR. It's a fantastic app. You probably already have it. You want to give me a follow on there if you want to join along. I'm going to put everything as its own collection, so that way you can kind of see where things are going, how we're doing. I'll talk about more of that in a minute, but we've got Dragon Frontiers here, Crystal Guardians, and what I'm doing is I'm printing off basically every single set list. Up here is Team Rocket Returns, then we've got EX Dragon, and then basically what I'll do below this is just some 5 rows, a few 5 rows of just like all the commons, uncommons, basically anything that I have. There's Neo Discovery right there. So as you can see right here, it's just 5 row of everything in here. I've got to be careful not to like drop this all down. But on the back of it, like there's just a sleeved card, and that signifies the end of the set. So these are all organized by set at least, which is really good. And I've got a couple of them sitting here. So I'm going to binder them all up. Huge shout out to Vault-X. So we've got all that over here. This is one shelf right here. Like, my light is in the way, but you can see this is one shelf. This one was too small. So I upgraded to a bigger shelf over here. But now this shelf and this shelf are not the same size. So I had to get another shelf so that way I can kind of use that. So it's a mess. Like, a little bit at a time, we're just kind of walking through a mess. But we are adding more fun stuff to it as we go. So as sets come out, like as sets go through their anniversary and stuff, the idea is kind of, especially the mid-era stuff that I don't have a whole lot of, to like, we're going to do a lot of master set stuff on shorts. So make sure to follow along shorts, like things like that, because it's just, rather than making long form content going over set by set, we're just kind of doing it in short form content so you can see where we're at. And then as things grow and we get all these master sets put together and we see what we're missing, like you can follow in the Collector app. My name in Collector is real dannyphantump. So you can follow on there. So you can see what we're missing. We're kind of doing this together, but I also got a bunch of packs in. So I bought a bunch of packs, and these right here are all heavies, which is really exciting. So these were really, really expensive, but super, super exciting. I didn't get them all in yet, but I figured like on the anniversary day of the set releasing, we could open up a heavy pack, and that way maybe we'll pull something crazy, like maybe we'll pull a gold star, or maybe we'll pull, you know, a holographic rare that I need or whatever, some commons, uncommons that might be needed, and at least we know those are in near mint condition. So these are pack brand new, like sealed heavy packs. We've got Mysterious Treasures right there, which is absolutely phenomenal. We've got Unseen Forces right here, beautiful artwork, so that's a heavy pack. We've got EX Deoxys right here, so who knows what we could pull out of an EX Deoxys pack. So that's right there. Team Rocket Returns, so a heavy pack for Team Rocket Returns that will open. Then we've got Fire Red and Leaf Green right here, so a heavy pack of that. Holland Phantoms, which is sick, so we've got a heavy pack of that. EX Power Keepers, could pull a gold star out of there, who knows, like that's sick. Legend Maker, we've got a hollow heavy pack for that one. Maybe the Mew EX will be in there, I don't know. And then we've got Hidden Legends right here, so a heavy pack for Hidden Legends as well. And that's not all of them. I've got like 7 or 8 more that are coming, like Crystal Guardians, and a few other ones just so that we can open, you know, as time goes on. So like August, there's a decent amount of set releases in the past. So right now, a lot of it is just still kind of like housekeeping matters. I do have a lot of sets that are done and rebindered in the Voltex stuff, which is pretty cool. So a lot of stuff is in Voltex binders. I've got the checklist on the outside. I have to figure out, my biggest problem right now is I have to figure out how I want to label the outside of the binders once it's done. So once the set is done, my plan is to remove them out of the cardboard box. So like, right here is the Sun and Moon base checklist right here. The binder's not in here because I'm actually adding some stuff to it right now. I'm like 6 cards away from finishing Sun and Moon base or something really close. Once it's done, I'll just remove the binder altogether, and then I will just recycle the box because I won't need it anymore, and that will signify the set being completed. But then like I will put them in order, like chronological order of when they came out, but I need something that like signifies on the outside, on the spine of what that set is. So I'm trying to think of, like, I don't want to do just a plain label, so let me know in the comments section down below what you think. But this has been a process. Once we get through things and get everything loaded in the collector app, that's going to give us a lot better of an understanding of where we are at. So I got a lot of checklists that are printed out. I've got a lot of sets that are started, like Arceus, like some platinum sets. I've got base done. I've got Fossil completed. I think I am actually missing a couple cards from like Jungle and Team Rocket. But once like Skyridge has to be, like there's so many. Obviously there's 157 sets. 157 sets after Black Bolt and White Flare came out, which is like, holy buckets, that's crazy. So I got minimum of 157 binders that are going to be going on these shelves. But once I get everything organized a little bit better, hopefully it'll flow really nicely. But I just wanted to give you guys an update video of where we're at and how this thing is growing and evolving, which is super cool. So make sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you want to follow along, and check out the shorts, because the shorts are going to be a good way that I can communicate what set, you know, I just recently worked on, and you can see kind of where things are, how many cards away we are, and then I'm going to upload it into the collector app, so follow along on the collector app as well, so that way you can get a feel for where we're at. I got to organize things better on there too. I didn't even realize that if I start cataloging everything by sets that you wouldn't be able to see that. Somebody reached out to me and they said, hey Fanny, you're gonna have to make a collection, a separate collection for every set, so now it makes a little bit more sense, so that way you can follow along and see how this journey is progressing. But this goal, like I want to be done with this by the end of 2027. I set this like really ridiculous goal of hitting 1 million subscribers at the end of next year, and then being completed with every single master set by the end of next year. So we're doing all the groundwork now as we've passed through 2026 or 2025, and then 2026 is going to be like, I mean, all in, you know, all in. Like we're just going to go and go and go all throughout 2026. So that way by December 31st, 2026, before 2027 hits, we are 1, at 1 million subscribers, and 2, we have every master set done. Now, we're not doing like first edition sets at all. We're not doing Shadowless yet, and we're not doing like, I'm not going to worry about like the McDonald's promo sets and those things. Like, we can worry about that after we get through this audacious goal from the get-go. But share the channel, help me out if you can. We got some lofty goals, and it's going to be a lot of fun, but still in the organizational process right now, and then hopefully go to more card shows, go out and about, and try and get things completed. So I'm going to stop rambling. I just wanted to give you guys an update of where we are. I'm going to get back to work and put this new bookshelf that you guys are sitting on right now back where that old bookshelf is, and then hopefully line things up better. If you like the content, please hit that subscribe button down below, share the channel, leave a like, leave a comment. It goes a long way for the algorithm. Do all the things. I love you guys. I'll talk to you again soon. Till next time, peace.